What's up, y'all? I'm here in Florida chilling with some alligators, and I have a little bit of a rant to share, which, if you want to listen to, here we go. So, I'm sure there's some people out there that might see me a little bit as like toxic positivity because I'm always trying to share something inspiring or, talk more about like the good things happening in the world than all the terrible things happening in the world. And I'm okay if people want to like see me through that lens, because I know in my heart that what I feel called to do is to highlight solutions and to give people practical things that they can implement in their life to live a more empowering lifestyle, so that, if you do want to help change the world, you actually have the energy and the tools and the positive mindsets to do that. That really is my mission. I'm very well aware of how absolutely fucked up the world is. You can go back to my YouTube channel. My first YouTube video was over 15 years ago in 2010, talking about how fucked up the world was. Literally, my senior year of high school, I read 5 books by Derek Jensen. And if you think you know how fucked up the world is, I dare you to read a book by Derek Jensen. It is literally like the most depressing stuff you could fathom, just for like 500 pages. His books are like 500 pages of how fucked up the world is. And I literally like chugged 5 of those in a row because I knew that something was wrong growing up deep down, but I couldn't place my finger on it. And when I found his books, I was like, I knew all this shit was a lie. I knew our system was a whole fucking scam. I knew all these corporations were just like scamming everyone and just, making billions of profit off of, basically modern day slavery. So I'm well aware of how absolutely fucked up so many things are. But, I went to a zillion protests in my life and participated, organized, did all this kind of stuff. And I just got kind of jaded with just fighting against a brick wall, basically, is what it felt like. And, it was like people would come together for the protests. Everyone bonds with how much we hate something. And then everyone just goes home and like drinks alcohol and smokes cigarettes and literally feeds the same corporations that they're hating. And I'm like, we need to literally focus on building the world that we want to live in. So that really is my mission. And if people want to call me toxic positivity or something, I'm okay with that projection, because I'm really connecting with people all the time, helping to build community, helping people to find projects that they can plug into, and really focusing on what are the daily habits that we can cultivate so that we do have energy to change the world. And so, the basic umbrella for all of this is what I call the new and ancient story. So we're not just doing something new, we're connecting to ancient principles, ancient ways of life, ways of connecting back to nature, remembering that we are nature. And so my fire has like been reignited this new year of 2026. Maybe you don't even think it's a new year, whatever, but I'm going to be posting a lot more on my website, healingiscool.com. There's already like 40 to 50 free articles you can read. So if you're passionate about helping to change the world, if you want to change your own life, go read some of these articles, implement some of these practices, see how powerful they are. And I'm going to be continuing to do this because I believe in it. Whether no one's reading these articles yet or not, I don't really care. I'm going to keep posting them. But, I've got like 3 that I'm going to post this coming week, probably a couple more. But I'm just really fired up about sharing the solutions. Helping to give people hope is really the mission, because if we don't have a compelling future, then we're not going to wake up motivated each day. If we don't have something positive that's inspiring us, we're just going to feel fucking depressed, cynical, jaded all the time, which really isn't helping anyone. And so I'm really passionate about sharing these documentaries, like indigenous cultures that are sharing their wisdom, permaculture projects that are transforming parking lots into gardens. There's literally so many solutions, and I've been like compiling them for freaking 16 years, and I just really want to get them out there to more people and like inject some fucking hope into people's hearts. Like my heart is just overflowing with wanting to share these stories and solutions. And to be honest, it feels a lot of time like not enough people are listening. I'm like, people people want to watch TikTok videos all day with like silly dance moves, and I'm like, let's spread the word about the new and ancient stories. So I invite you to check out my website, healingiscool.com. If you ever have any questions, hit me up. I consider myself a librarian of the internet. I'm happy to help, direct you in a way that might be helpful. And if you want one-on-one support, I do offer personal development coaching. And I've got like a zillion workshops on a lot of different themes that if you want to dive deep onto one of those themes, that's one of the posts that I'm going to be sharing. All the workshops I've done in the past, the replays. These are really powerful groups and meditations. Just led one yesterday called New Year, New Story. We had a wonderful group in there. People really feeling some positive shifts and excitement to go implement these new daily habits. So, anywho, this is a bit of a rant, but I just felt called to share this because I'm well aware of how fucked up the world is. Maybe people are mad at me because I'm not sharing the same bad news that everyone else is sharing. I'm like, people already know this. What help is it for me to post about it again? Everybody knows all the bad stuff happening in the world, but there truly are so many inspiring stories that also deserve to get out there. And so that's really my piece of the puzzle that I'm trying to hold down. So once again, feel free to reach out. If you ever need an inspiring video, I've got fucking thousands of them. I could dig from the archives on any topic. Healing music, I've got 16 different playlists I could send you. I just want people to feel some fucking hope and take action every day to make it happen. So that's the message. Peace. So a few additional thoughts after my rant. I'm definitely not against people like highlighting the bad stuff in the world, because I do believe that that is a key important part of healing. It's like if your physical body is sick and you're not fully aware of how it's sick or where it's sick, then you can't really pinpoint the problems. So I do believe that that is an important part of the equation for people to understand the different ways in which our society is corrupt, backwards, all these different issues. With that said, I have gone so deep down the rabbit hole for years and years in those areas that I just don't feel that it's my calling to like shove all the bad news in people's face every day, because a lot of the people that I know have also gone down the rabbit hole. And it's like, the example I always give is like, if you figure out that McDonald's is toxic and bad for you and causing cancer and all this stuff, are you going to spend all your energy just standing outside of McDonald's telling people, this is so bad for you, don't go in there, ba-da-da-da-da? Or are you going to open up a different farmer's market right next door and serve like healthy, permaculture, food forest smoothies to everyone every day and show people how good the alternative is? And that's really my mission. Like, Healing is Cool is showing people all these different holistic lifestyles that are, more in harmony with nature and our true essence. Those are the way to go. And so it's like you can motivate people to change, A, by showing them how bad their current reality is, or B, by showing them how good a possible different reality is. And that's really where I feel called to focus my energy. And it honestly feels like the world needs more of that. Like, people are drowning in all the bad news. People need to see like, oh, this is a place I can direct my creative life force energy and actually build the future that I want, rather than just spending all day looking at how bad the current realities are. So I hope that made some sense, but I just felt called to add that in as well. Peace, y'all.